Hello and welcome to another video review by Sigbrand. Today I'll be reviewing Galaxy on Fire 2, popular sequel to the Galaxy on Fire game for iOS. It's a sandbox space flight simulation game released on Steam and iOS by Fish Lab Entertainment. It's quite reminiscent of the Freelancer series and it's one of my favorite space games to date. In Galaxy on Fire 2, you play as Terran military fighter pilot Keith T. Maxwell. Within the first 10 minutes of the game, you're sucked through a wormhole caused by a hyperdrive malfunction and end up on the far side of the galaxy 35 years later in the free-thinking new faction of the Mito Confederation, otherwise known to the rest of the galaxy as the Rebellion. You learn a mysterious new race of beings, the Void, has been terrorizing convoys and freighters of all factions and has become a major threat against the entire galaxy. You'll join a clandestine society called Deep Science and work together with some of the brightest minds in the galaxy to bring down the Void threat forever. But the story is so-so and rather short, so honestly I'll give it a 6 out of 10 for its limited creativity and cop-outs, relatively no replay value, but there's at least some substance. It ain't gonna leave you crying or on the edge of your seat, but it's something. On PC, Galaxy on Fire 2 plays very smoothly, with your mouse controlling your pitch and yaw, that is vertical and horizontal movement, and the 1 and 3 keys allowing you to roll in either direction. The left mouse button fires your primary weapons, which can fire infinitely, and the right mouse button fires a number of secondary weapons, such as missiles and bombs, which are limited in supply and must be purchased individually on space stations. The game, after you exit tutorial stages, which are pretty boring, has many different options, as it's generally a sandbox environment. You can do story missions, denoted by gold badges on the galaxy map, freelance missions, available in space bars in every station and denoted by silver badges on the galaxy map, trading between stations, trading between people looking for specific items in space bars, usually for a good price, mining, pirating, pirate hunting, or simply wage war with enemy factions and sell their space junk for profit. This setup works very well, and I found it quite easy to start off making money to purchase new weapons and ships. In a way, it's a lot of things I liked about EVE Online, but in an almost first-person-ish, single-player, more action-y way, instead of making flowcharts and spreadsheets just before launching my ship 2 systems over and spending 20 minutes skimming astronavigational charts and programming them into my Navi computer so I don't get stopped by a battleship full of angry 13-year-olds demanding I jettison my cargo hold. I'd give Galaxy on Fire 2's gameplay an 8 out of 10 because while most of the game is very well executed and very enjoyable, it loses me near the end of the game where the only way to make money is to ferry cargo all the way across the known reaches of space, which is incredibly boring by the way, to purchase the most expensive and deadly ship in the galaxy just to find out that the only freelance missions available to the savior of the universe and the big beefy ship are petty pirate hunting missions where I fire 1 nuke and the guy pays me a meager $60,000 for my trouble. And never a penny more. Seriously, it's the max payout I could ever make on any mission. I don't know what it is about games I've played lately, but the visuals have been astounding. In this game, the ships look great, the backdrop is amazing, planets, asteroids, stations, it's all super impressive, and it's honestly really immersive, and the battles get super intense. I could see myself playing this game on my tablet or phone, swinging my arms all over the place, going crazy with the gyroscope controls. But seriously, this game's visuals are really, really impressive. The colors, the backgrounds, all very well done. It's hard to believe this was originally for a handheld, but then again, this is the super duper extra triple HD version. I give it a 9 out of 10 for visuals, because I didn't like how all the ships looked. Only a few really as sleek and nice as like say the Normandy like I was expecting, then one of the ships looked kind of vaguely similar. The ship sounds are all pretty cool sounding and well done, as well as the shooting and docking sounds and all that. The voice acting is also pretty good, and the music is moderately good, though like most indies it really could use more. I give it an 8 out of 10 for sound. I mean, it's no inspiring soundtrack that'll keep me downloading for ages, but it's something, and the sound effects are cool. There's no multiplayer to speak of, and that's a good thing. I don't like the idea of it being in a game like this, really. Just a couple key points here for frustrations, and I've already partly covered some. Again, once you reach a certain point in the game, you can't really make more than $60,000 with any job, and you have to resort to transporting goods if you ever want to make enough money for the biggest, baddest ship, and you don't want to spend 3 weeks grinding up to it. So basically, no matter how you choose to do it, by the time you have enough money for the ship, you'll probably be sick of the game anyhow. Similar to the money dilemma, the freelance missions are randomly generated, so unfortunately at a certain point there's nothing more complicated they can throw at you. They just start throwing more ships and higher tech, but after you have the biggest, baddest ship in the game, you can just shoot them once or twice and blow up a nuke and clear the pirates in just about an instant. And besides, once you get the best ship, there's really not much to work towards anymore anyhow. You're the greatest unstoppable force in the goddamn galaxy. My third and final frustration with this game is that sometimes you jump into a system to find it swarming with 30 pirates right beside where you jump in, and before you can come out of the entrance animation, they've taken down half of your shields and you're scrambling to boost and roll out of their targeting lock before your ship shatters all over the place. This can be partially rectified by installing a stealth engine, which you can activate as soon as you realize you're being hammered by gunfire, but even then, the best system takes several seconds to work, and by that time, without some careful maneuvering, you could be a vaporized pile of ash and your ship a useless wad of space junk idly floating towards the station. Galaxy on Fire 2 will round out to about an 8.0, but it's still one of my favorite space games I've played so far. If it only had a little more replay value, then I'd really be all for it. It's available for $20 on Steam for the Ultra Triple Extra HD version, not available on other devices, but I've got no idea what the other releases on the phones and tablets run for. It's a little steep for what it is, but if you can catch it on a sale, it's a very good buy. If you like Freelancer and other games in the space sandbox genre, I suggest you at least look it up and maybe give it a try. It captivated me for a good 20 hours. Thanks for watching, and coming soon should be the BioShock Infinite review, To the Moon review, and an explanation of what the hell happened in the end of BioShock Infinite. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.